Owning a business is seen as the ultimate path to financial freedom. And so everyone wants to own a business. But how come no one is talking about this? Hi there, welcome to Mindskill. I'm Olushola, and today I want to tell you 6 hard truths about owning a business. 6 hard truths that many people do not often talk about. But just before we get right into it, I just want to say, in case you still haven't subscribed to this channel, you're wrong. You're wrong, absolutely wrong. And all you have to do is just click on the subscribe button and also turn on post notifications so you'll be the very first person to see when next I drop a life-transforming and mind-scaling content to help improve you and engineer your mindset towards success. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. What are these 6 hard truths no one is talking about? The first hard truth is employees will leave. I know this might be hard for you to take in, but yes, they'll leave. Even the employees you love, the ones you feel you can't do without, the ones you've trained, the ones you've put out your life into, the ones you've probably called brother or sister, they'll leave. They'll leave. Most of them will leave. And guess what? It will stink. But you know what? It's all part of the game. The average employee is actually day-centered, as much as sometimes even you as an employer of labor are actually you-centered. The same way you want to see your business grow, they want to see their individual careers forge ahead. And so it's all part of the game in many cases. Many of them actually see you as a stepping stone or see your enterprise as another stepping stone in the ladder of success for them. And so one of the best ways to actually blend all of this could be that you help them find a path to further their vision within the grand goal of the entire company. But anyways, that's story for another day. But the hard truth is your employees will leave. Most, if not all of them. The next hard truth is some months you will make losses and you will still have to pay salaries despite the losses. Many of us need to cut this Nollywood or Hollywood mentality of doing business to one side. Many times when I hear a lot of entrepreneurs share things about their businesses, a whole lot of people talk about wins, a whole lot of people talk about the successes, because in many cases they want to be painted or seen in a particular light. But one thing I can tell you for sure is we need to start talking a lot about the failures, because sometimes in businesses there are more failures than actual successes. Being a boss or being an entrepreneur, for example, doesn't mean that you will eat first. It doesn't mean that you'll be the first person to bite from the cherry. Sometimes it even means you will eat last. Because spin-off of what we were saying from the very first hard truth is that your employees expect to be paid every single month. Either you sold or did not sell, either the revenue is revenuing or not, either turnover is turning over or not, they expect to be paid. As an employer of labor, you owe it to your employees to obey the contract of their employment, which is that you give remuneration after they must have given a given level of effort every single month. Now, whether you like it or not, you are the one who is seeing the entire numbers of the business and how well it is doing, or maybe not. But no matter what happens, one thing is constant. Those who work must get paid. How interesting. It's very hard and could be tough at times, but it's the truth of the industry that we're in. I know sometimes it could be very tough, but that's the life that we chose as entrepreneurs. The third hard truth is that passion will not always carry you. This is very important. You know, before we step out and launch a business, a whole lot of times we're brimming with so much enthusiasm, so much passion, so much ginger and energy. We want to take over the world. We want to do this, do that. But one thing I can tell you for sure is passion might actually be a major catalyst to getting you started, but you will really need much more than passion to get you going, particularly in the thick of it all. And one thing I would say is beyond passion, you will need systems. You will need discipline. You will need execution, because there will be days when you don't feel like it. And on those days, what will count the most will not be the ginger or the enthusiasm that you have, but how deep your inner recesses of discipline and indefatigableness are. So do you have an unwavering commitment to see to it that the business succeeds regardless of how you might be feeling at the moment? My friend, that is when and only when you can say you are in business. Business is not all vibes. Business is not all energy. Business is all not always rosy. If or when the passion fades, are you going to keep going, or are you just going to cower and go hide yourself somewhere thinking that you've lost the ultimate battle against business failure? The fourth hard truth is your friends might not support you the way strangers will. Look, a whole lot of times when we're about to start out ventures, we expect our friends to be our biggest supporters and our biggest cheerleaders, and that's good. I like the idea of friendship, and I believe so strongly that your friends should show up for you more than the average person. But in many cases, it's not always that way, because many of your friends actually have things that they are doing. And so if some of you start out businesses with the hope that your biggest customers will be your friends, one thing I can tell you for sure is you could be joking and perhaps also jonesing. And look, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. The fact that they know you're behind the scenes does not necessarily mean that they are going to necessarily be the biggest supporters. And so in order for you not to get disappointed and pissed off by unmet expectations, I would advise that you begin to, in case you're not yet in business, adjust those expectations, because friends might fail and they will leave you with your brand struggling and hustling to take you from one point to another. Listen, love your business and do all that it takes to attract customers, friends or not. It's a hard truth, but one that I really do hope resonates with you, because you're going to need it. And point number 5, many times you will doubt yourself. In fact, in most cases, you will doubt yourself. But listen, doubting yourself is not a death sentence to your business. I just believe it is how you handle it that determines if you would still have any business in the end, or if all the energy will fade away. So you need to learn to build even in the moments of doubt. I'll take it again. You need to learn to build even through the deepest moments of doubt. It's important because business is not necessarily about the hype. It is for those who are willing to grow a thick skin and build strong systems and a heart that does not quit. It will not always be rosy. And so if you're not ready to be lonely at times in business, it means you're not ready to build anything significant. Because sometimes the road will be lonely. It will be bumpy. It will not always go the way you might have envisaged or the way you might have planned or written in your business plan or on your pitch deck. It won't always go that way. And so it's very important that you brace up for the journey and understand that some days will be lonely, and many times you will also doubt yourself and wonder if you really are ready to take the business to the next level. But let me tell you something. Whenever the voice of doubt rises up, shut it down by reassuring yourself that even if things might not be going the way you might have thought, the future will always be better than the past. Keep moving, keep improving, keep giving yourself into so much development, understand the market, learn the trade properly, and you keep advancing. That I can assure you. Take it from someone firsthand who sometimes has doubted himself, but has still come out at the other end triumphant. The sixth and final hard truth is that growth is not always linear. Back to the subject of pitch decks. So many times we do and give massive projections for our businesses. We say, at this point, we will move from this place to another place. At this point, the revenue will spike from this level to another. And sometimes that's cute. But one thing I can tell you from about a decade-long experience doing business is that in many cases, even the revenue doesn't always grow in a linear format. Sometimes you will not move from 10 million naira to 12 million naira and then 15 million naira and keep on going in an upward trajectory. Sometimes it will be non-linear. Sometimes it could be like 10 to 2. Okay, that's too bad. But 10 to 8. And sometimes you do 12. Some other times you're going to come to 11. And then you see 12, 13, 14, 15. And sometimes you go back to 9. Listen, that's what growth looks like. Growth is not always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Growth sometimes could be 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 7, 4, 8, 9, 7. That's exactly how it is. It's never always the way it might seem from afar or the way it might even have been on paper. But let me tell you something, keep at it and learn something that I would advise you to. It's what I call the law of compounding. The law of compounding. A business does not grow from this point to this other point overnight. In fact, I'll tell you this for sure. Stop looking at 10x growth and 100x overnight growth. Instead, look to keep on building. Sometimes you don't grow by multiplication, you grow by addition. Keep going. 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 4, 5 plus 5. And before you know it, one day, what might seem to be some slow growth will end up becoming something others will call exponential. But you, who is at the forefront of the entire battle, will know that what they call exponential took a whole lot to birth. And so you must learn this. Some quarters will be great. Some quarters might be really terrible. But regardless, and whatever might come, stick to the plan and continue with exactly what you've been birthing. So sometimes you need to learn that a business can actually grow in waves. Sometimes 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It doesn't mean you're failing. It just means that you're building something real. That's how it is. Progress is sometimes hidden in the foundations and not necessarily in the immediate profits you can see. So keep going, keep pushing. And one thing I can tell you for sure is business is beautiful, but it's not soft. Many times it will stretch you. Many times it will humble you. Sometimes it might even break you. But if you keep showing up, keep learning, keep adjusting, business will also reward you. Thank you so much. Quick question. Which of these truths have you faced? Let's talk in the comments. And while at it, do not forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and share this with someone somewhere who might just find this super helpful. Thank you so much for being part of MindScale. I've been Olushola. Oh no, I always am Olushola. See you in the next video.